Remember the young men whose sacrifice came to symbolize the injustice of apartheid to so many. Music and dance festivals have also become a traditional way of celebrating the vibrant energy of the youth. Now, the Department of Arts and Culture and the National Youth Development Agency and the Presidency will host their Youth Day celebrations in Soweto. We now cross back to our reporter, Mahlaku Komane, who is there, and she'll give us details of what's happening a little bit later. Mahlaku?
Good morning, Tabile. We're almost halfway there, making our way to the Orlando West, to the Hector Petersen Memorial. We're walking, still energetic, people cheering along the ways, those that are going for their morning runs as well. Obviously, a very jovial mood here. But I have somebody that I am walking with right now, the MEC of Education in Gauteng, Mr. Panyeza Yusufi, and he's just going to tell us a little bit more about why he came out to walk. You know, we are expecting a cold front, but it is a bit warmer. MEC, thank you. Why are you walking today?
Just to remind ourselves of this important day. I mean, this was a history-making day, the day that turned everything, the day that made it possible for us even to walk today. So I'm here just to remind ourselves that there are things that we have done, but there are things that are still outstanding. And when you take this walk, you reflect and determine what is it that you can do to ensure all these young people that are with us, that are in our country, can benefit from government, especially our education system? Because this day is characterized by nothing else but the desire for people to say, let the education of our children be similar to the education of the privileged. And that's what happened here.
But I also know that a concerning issue that is being raised nationally as well, and a bit in the province as well, is the destruction of schools, of school property and the likes. And it's something that you have obviously been speaking with communities about, that, you know, this education did not just come. Can you talk to us about that?
I mean, the day also reflects that important thing, you know, to say, check on that day when people had legitimate demands. They didn't ban even a single school. On that day when people had valid demands, they didn't destroy libraries. But how come that those that don't even have a legitimate demand will target a school, will target a library? And I can tell you why. It's purely because we've not conscientized our young people. It's purely because we've depoliticized the most important aspect of our history. It's purely because people think this day, June 16, is a day for a holiday, a library, a braai, friendship and other things. Whereas it's a very important day that as government at one stage, we need to determine a mechanism of ensuring that it's given the proper, befitting honor that it deserves.
Thank you very much. And that was obviously the MEC for Education in Gauteng, just telling us his reasons for coming here to walk, but also the challenges that are facing South Africa's youth today, which is education. But over and above that, the new trend that we're seeing of schools being destroyed when communities have grievances that they want to air. And obviously that taking us back, and also just reflecting that in 1976, when the youth of the day had their grievances with the government, there was no school that was destroyed. And I think also an important day to reflect upon that where people were coming from as a people and where we need to go. Back to you in studio, Tabin.
Thank you very much, Mahlaku. Out of breath there,
yeah, out of
and
breath.
taking part in the Tumamina walk. We shouldn't be laughing because we're the ones sitting here, but we're really proud of you for honoring that call by the president and taking part in the Youth Day Tumamina celebrations. We'll definitely be crossing throughout the day, throughout our bulletin, as we come back with more news.
Absolutely. All right.